Nelson Adota trying to save it and does. And now Clark comes up with a steal. Clark thought about pulling up from three, will dip inside and lay it in.
Did the Indiana Fever just accidentally reveal their plans to dominate the WNBA next season? Fans think so, and the internet is buzzing after a mysterious Indiana Fever post was deleted from X. A seemingly harmless photo of head coach Stephanie White in what appeared like a team strategy session. But here's where it gets interesting. Sitting around her were Caitlin Clark, Aaliyah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell, Lexi Hull, Temi Fagbenle, and Nalissa Smith, a squad so laden with talent, it could strike fear into the hearts of any WNBA contender. Clark, the sharpshooting sensation. Boston, the dominant power in the paint. Mitchell, the clutch veteran scorer. Hull, the rising star. Fagbenle, the versatile forward. And then, Smith, whose inclusion raised more than a few eyebrows. Having Smith in the photo was a shocker considering her controversial Instagram post where she appeared to criticize Caitlin Clark's eye injuries. After Dijonai Carrington accidentally poked Clark in a heated game, Smith decided it was a good idea to laugh about it online. And let's just say, Fever fans didn't think it was hilarious. Fans quickly demanded for Smith's expulsion from the team. To them, ridiculing Clark, the face of the franchise, was a betrayal. It's no secret that Clark is popular in Indiana, and any player who disrespects her might as well be asking for a one-way ticket out of town.
And the Fever will take a timeout. Assuming they called this a shooting foul, Nalissa Smith is going to have to take the free throws.
So what does this removed post mean? Was it a simple mistake, or did the Fever unwittingly disclose their hand? This could be a glimpse into the future core of the team, a core that may perhaps lead them to WNBA glory. Under Stephanie White's direction, this lineup will be unstoppable. White is noted for her abilities to establish team camaraderie and implement high-paced, efficient offensive schemes. With Clark's perimeter shooting, Boston's domination inside, and Mitchell's scoring variety, the Fever could be developing something special. That brings us back to Nalissa Smith. Despite her talent, the writing might be on the wall. With fan criticism mounting and her relationship with Clark seemingly strained, Smith could be on the trade block. One potential destination? The Golden State Valkyries, the WNBA's newest franchise trying to develop a competitive roster from beginning. Smith's flexibility and quickness might make her a significant asset for the Valkyries, who are keen to make an impression in their maiden season. If Smith is traded, who steps up? The surprising answer is actually Stephanie White.
New Fever head coach Stephanie White returns to Indiana with one of the most legendary basketball resumes in the history of the sport.
The Indiana Fever are on a mission. After years of rebuilding, the franchise has its sights set on something bigger, a WNBA championship. And with Stephanie White back as head coach, the Fever are primed to take the league by storm. Stephanie White isn't just any coach. She's an established leader with a history of achievement. Let's not forget, she led the Fever to the WNBA Finals back in 2015. Now she's back and motivated to finish what she started. White's comeback has brought a fresh sense of confidence and urgency into the team. Her coaching philosophy is simple: play fast, play smart, and play as a unit.
Not been the case and have allowed too much dribble penetration.
Well, and it allows them, oh, what a dime. My goodness, the pass from Clark to Katie Lou Samuelson. Had an open look from three, didn't take it. Only three to shoot. Gonna have to make something happen. Clark through the lane, reverses it in, and beats the shot clock.
Like Caitlin had an opportunity to take the shot, instead drives in, and good job here after the travel to turn her back and shoulder.
It's been the second and third quarter that's been the issue for the Liberty, so let's see if they can have a better one here today as Clark finally hits her first shot of the night. It's on Wednesday.
One thing about Caitlin Clark, she's relentless. She's going to keep shooting that ball. You can still establish yourself as a leader, as a future leader for the franchise. And that takes a little bit of perspective.
Jonquel Jones.
With a squad loaded with rising talents like Caitlin Clark, Aaliyah Boston, and Kelsey Mitchell, White's approach is designed to maximize their strengths and expose the flaws of every opponent. But it's not just about the guys they already have. The Fever are also making steps to attract even more top-tier talent. And they'll need it, especially with the coming of the Golden State Valkyries, the WNBA's newest team and their fiercest challenge in the quest for exceptional players. The Valkyries have already made news with their vast resources and daring vision. They're aiming to attract elite stars from established teams. But the Fever aren't going down without a fight.
Oh, from deep, a gauntlet to begin her career.
No shot is too far away from the rim for Caitlin Clark. Carrington gets caught underneath the screen from Boston.
She's setting up aerial power. She's coming off a pin down. An excellent screen by NaLyssa Smith. She takes a piece of Powers off the...
For Indiana, you're expecting maybe an initial surge. Clark on the drive, gets to the rim and the finish.
Really great read by Caitlin.
And Christy Sides told us we have got to find a body on Reese. Clark gets freed up.
Add in essential role players like Lexi Hull and Temi Fagbenley, and you have a team capable of contending with anyone. With Stephanie White at the helm, a nucleus of young talents, and a front office eager to make bold moves, the Indiana Fever are establishing themselves as real contenders. The road won't be easy, but the future of the WNBA is going to get very fascinating, especially with players like Caitlin Clark taking up an advanced position.
Canny at the three, Boston the rebound, getting her first minutes. Clark, the flick ahead, oh what a dime from Clark, and Jones lays it in. A gorgeous pass from Caitlin Clark.
This is one of the things that makes Caitlin Clark elite at the very top in terms of...
Caitlin Clark isn't just a rookie sensation, she's a generational talent. With her first WNBA season under her belt, Clark is ready to take the league by storm in her sophomore year. And with Stephanie White now managing the Indiana Fever, the stars are aligned for Caitlin to thrive like never before. Stephanie White's offensive scheme is tailor-made for a player like Caitlin Clark. It's fast-paced, dynamic, and focused on spacing and ball movement. This is where Clark shines. Whether she's pulling up from the logo or threading the needle with perfect passes, Clark's ability to create offense from anywhere on the floor will make her the cornerstone of Indiana's attack. One of the most interesting parts of this new-look Fever team is the budding relationship between Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston. The duo has the potential to become one of the most dominant 1-2 punches in the WNBA. Imagine Clark running the pick and roll with Boston, pulling defenders out to the perimeter while Boston dominates in the paint. It's a matchup nightmare for opposition defenses. And with Boston's passing ability, the two can feed off each other, producing infinite scoring opportunities. But it's not just about Clark and Boston. Veterans like Kelsey Mitchell will give crucial leadership and attacking potency. With Mitchell spacing the court, Clark will have more freedom to operate, whether she's driving to the basket or setting up her teammates. Mitchell's expertise will also assist Clark manage the hurdles of her second season, making her an even more well-rounded player, perfect for Stephanie White. Stephanie White's system isn't simply about individual talent, it's about team synergy. And Clark's basketball IQ and leadership skills make her the perfect match to orchestrate this new lineup. Clark's ability to read the game and adapt on the fly will make her the engine that powers the Fever's success. She's not simply a scorer, she's a playmaker, a leader, and a winner. Can Caitlin Clark lead the Fever to their first title since 2012? With her talent, leadership, and the appropriate pieces surrounding her, the answer might well be yes. The Indiana Fever are gearing up for what might be a historic season. And while their current team certainly has star power, the upcoming WNBA draft gives a wonderful opportunity to add more youthful talent to the mix. One name that's drawing everyone's attention? Flau'jae Johnson. Flau'jae Johnson isn't simply a budding talent in college basketball, she's a phenomenon. Known for her explosive athleticism, defensive tenacity, and infectious energy, Flau'jae has all the attributes to make an early impact in the WNBA. But what makes Flau'jae so interesting for the Indiana Fever is her relationship with head coach Stephanie White. Johnson has been public about her respect for White's coaching technique, calling her a game changer who knows how to bring out the best in young players. She's said it herself, playing for Stephanie White would be a dream come true. And if Flau'jae were to join the Fever, she'd get the chance to team up with none other than Caitlin Clark. Imagine the possibilities. Caitlin Clark, one of the most electric scorers in the league, partnered with Flau'jae Johnson, a defensive disruptor with a scorer's mentality. Together, they might form a deadly backcourt duo that would strike dread into opponents. Clark's ability to produce offense mixed with Flau'jae's defensive skill would offer the Fever an ideal combination of offense and defense. Plus, both players thrive in high-pressure situations, making them the kind of clutch performers Indiana needs to compete for a title. Of course, the Fever aren't the only team hoping to pick top players. The Golden State Valkyries, the WNBA's newest franchise, are also eyeing the draft to develop their lineup. They have the draw of a big market, but Indiana offers something they don't: a proven leader in Stephanie White and a winning culture in the making. While the Valkyries may attract attention, the Fever offers something more valuable: a chance to compete straight away and be part of a team, first culture that's on the rise. If Flau J. Johnson ends up in Indiana, she won't simply be another rookie. She'll be a game changer. Her ability to defend numerous positions, score in transition, and bring energy off the bench could be the missing ingredient that helps the Fever reach the next level. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more amazing videos. Stay tuned.